Governor, thank you. The governor said that we have 109 fatalities and 161 missing. Every asset and resource that the Department of Public Safety has is being used on this response. We have 258 people just from DPS assigned here in Kerrville. Governor, thank you.
All right. Shalom. This is the brother Yawanathan, Abad Adawam, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praises and glorifications to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rekakodash, the honest apostles and elders of great millstone well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. All right, I'm going to title this video somewhere along the lines as you Edomites are starting to get your judgment. Okay, and as we are well aware of, you know, you had Central Texas get severely flooded, and I just showed a clip, you know, from the one of them X videos, you know, formerly known as Twitter, right here, from Raw Alerts. It's entitled "Breaking: At least 109 people have tragically died and 161 remain missing following a catastrophic flood in Kerr County, Texas." So, right, so that's somewhere in Central Texas. But the point being, you Edomites are getting your judgment, man. Okay, because we're at the end. We're at your end, man. Okay, and the Lord's going to start moving on you just like he moves on these other nations, man. Okay, because we was talking on Sunday, me and the brothers, you know, how the Lord loves to get you heathen or judge you heathen in mass numbers, man. Okay, and you Edomites, you're starting to get your just due, man. Because recently you had a flood in I think it was last hurricane season. You had a flood in North Carolina, South Carolina, one of those small cities where Edomites that Edomites dwell primarily was flooded out, man, was destroyed, man. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a sundown town, right? So, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kerr County, Texas, you know, I believe it was a sundown town too. So, hey, the Lord's moving on you Edomites, man. Okay, just like it says in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, you know, he's starting to visit the earth, which he made. Matter of fact, let's start off with that and get straight to the point. Because the Lord is visiting this place, man. He's visiting you devils, man. Okay? So this is 2 Ezra 9. And let's see. I just start at verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." So the times when we know we're at Esau's end. So this is why these things are happening to you Edomites, man. Okay, and the Lord, you know, he promised. When you read the book of Genesis, he promised not to flood the earth again, but he didn't say there was not going to be any more floods at all. He just promised he was never going to flood the earth again, man, the entire earth. So, you know, like the scriptures say, he's a man that should not lie. So that don't make the Lord a liar. Just to throw that in there. Let's get another scripture, man. All right, got to get Isaiah 28. Let me see. I believe it's verse 2 or 6. Yeah, this is Isaiah 28 and 2. It says, "Behold, Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh, hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm." And that's what happened, all right, in Central Texas, man, a destroying storm. It could have been Esau's heart program. Who knows? You know, but it's still, even though if it's harp, it's still the working of the Lord from his left-hand side, man. Okay, it's still the Lord's works, because he gave Esau that technology, man. All right. So again, it says, behold, the Lord Yahweh hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a strong storm, as a flood, they got flooded out, right? As a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with a hand, right? The Lord's hand, the Lord's mighty work, man. The Lord's mighty hand has sent that flood to Central Texas to wipe you Edomites out, man. So like I said, a judgment is beginning to come your way, man. Okay, and it's been a long time coming, because you devils deserve it, man. Especially if it was a sundown town. Let's get the precept, a chapter over, Isaiah 29 and verse 6. Spirit says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts. See, with thunder, with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest. See, and the flame of a devouring fire. So the Lord, again, is visiting, all right, primarily you Edomites, man. Okay, the wicked as a whole, 2/3 included, that you other nations, but the primary wicked is you Edomites, you so-called white people, man. And the Lord's visiting you, man. All right, because like I said, a judgment time is here for you, because we're at your end, point blank, period, man. Okay, without a shadow of a doubt, you're on your way out. So the Lord is starting to get your asses, man. All right, so let's end it off with because I don't want to make this too long. We're gonna go back to 2nd Esdras, this time the 6th chapter. Okay, gotta get this, man. Okay, get straight to the point. This is 2nd Esdras 6. All right, and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world. See, the times we in is at Esau's end. Okay, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Jacob is next in line to receive rulership once these devils go down. Once Esau's brought down out of his power, then Jacob's gonna rise up into power, man. Okay, so the Lord is bringing that transition by judging you Edomites, man. All right, hey, you 2/3 and you other nations too. So like I said, you Edomites, you so-called white people primarily, man. All right, because again, we're at your end, man. All right, so with that, I just want to put my 2 cents in on that situation. I hope this has been edifying. I'm going to sign off by saying again, all praises and glorifications goes to Yahweh, by Hashem, Al-Shah, by Hashem, Kakadash, the honest apostles, the elders, that great minister and well, peace, love, salutations to the whole elect, throughout the 4 corners of earth, preachers, word, and truth, and sincerity. I say shalom and kwam yasharala, shalom.